Can postmodernism make you a better DM? Now, for those that don't know, postmodernism is a literary theory, as well as having some big relevancy for film, which is where I learnt it for. Now, if you've seen a weird, slightly self-referential film, you've seen postmodernism. A couple major examples of stuff like Paprika, or a more modern example would be Everything Everywhere All at Once. These are bits of media that use your knowledge of the existing media as a way to enhance your viewing. So this could be through references to other things, or it could be through breaking the fourth wall, acknowledging that you're watching a film. Now, what has this got to do with my D&D game? I'm getting to it. At this point, D&D and tabletop RPGs is a medium that's very much sunk into the mainstream. You've got Brennan Mulligan on TED, Critical Role, and the whole empire that's built. So as a DM, you can hone in on that. Your players are going to have a pre-built expectation of what's to come, and you can use that to draw them in, or give them a surprise. So there's this writer that I'm a big fan of called Roland Barthes. You hear that noise? That's the noise of 1,000 literary theorists making assumptions about me now. Anyway, in Barthes' book Mythologies, he wrote an essay on wrestling. You know, the silly, over-the-top, not a sport? And in the essay, he argued that wrestling was like one of the purest forms of storytelling because it relied on your understanding of stories while giving you very little input. When you're there watching a wrestling match, you're not getting big speeches or monologues. You understand the story through the wrestlers' expressions and their actions. But because media has taught you what a good guy is and what a bad guy is, you translate that into a story that feels relevant for you. Another cool example of this is Disneyland. You ever notice in Disneyland, there's white picket fences everywhere. And this is purposely done because everyone's brain has been trained to think certain things when they see a white picket fence. Wholesome family value fun. So by making their park look that way, your mind is prepared for that sort of fun. So again, back to D&D. This is a technique you can utilize to craft great stories for your players. When you put a strangely solitude chest in the middle of an empty room, your players are automatically going to think, that's a mimic. And that's postmodernism. They are taking a lesson from the media that they've consumed and using it to pull out cues in your game. So the next time you're planning a dungeon or planning an adventure, take a moment to think about what cues you're laying in. What little postmodern secrets are you laying out there, and how your players are going to interpret them. And then finally, how you can use that to craft a great story.